We kick off our 105th anniversary Urban League Conference. Let's give the Urban League a big round of applause. Thank you very much. We hope they're going to be inspired to go back and work to save their city, inspired to go work for education, jobs, and justice, better informed, better enlightened through what they've learned at this conference, and perhaps secondly, that they've made a new connection.
My goal at the National Urban League Conference as the Executive Director of National Action Network is really, again, to come and offer ways that we can collaborate and create solution change.
To stand up for us. Black lives matter because I matter.
This is about young people. For me, it's about using my voice for young people who are trying to make a change or expand, grow beyond their limits or what it is that they've just seen in their community, but knowing that they could be much more and be effective in other communities.
Because all lives matter. Today, July 29th, 2015, my name doesn't matter. Because we are all one.
I wrote it down.
We have to recognize that in too many cities, we see a tale of two cities. We see gleaming downtowns, hotels, condos, office buildings. But then just a few blocks away in many communities, we see rundown housing. We see men on the corner because there's no economic opportunity. We have got to save our cities, and our objective ought to be to have one city where every neighborhood is prosperous, where every neighborhood is able to get ahead, where everyone has an opportunity to pursue and fulfill their dreams.
To speak on one of the panels today, especially one, particularly committed to African Americans and criminal justice. I think that it's something that's very prevalent in our community right now.
What's happening right now with these videos is that large swaths of white America is saying, whoa, the stuff black folks have been talking about for years, this stuff actually happens in 2015. And so I think having the technology is causing people to go, wait a minute, we might want to stop saying it's not a problem because we're now actually having to see it for ourselves.
The local chapters are the places where innovation can take place, and so there could be a small program that's starting in an Urban League chapter, in one part of the country that develops a program that could actually be scaled up nationally and could actually be a model for what other communities and what other organizations can do. And so that's actually a good thing about conferences like this. It's a time for people to step back and reflect and learn from each other, and then also be able to tout their success in a way that's actually helpful and inspiring for other people.
As a Black entrepreneur, being here at the National Urban League Conference is particularly important. I was actually really excited and surprised when I looked at the schedule because I didn't just see just the hackathon. I saw a series of panels from successful entrepreneurs, so it really is infused with entrepreneurship this year.
Me and my brother own an organization called Champions of Change that is empowered to help kids with literacy and teaching them how to become change agents and empowering them to do whatever they want to do in life.
I just felt hopeful that people are just not believing that they can achieve what they do. So I thought that me and my brother should have a business and that we should help people become change agents.
I feel awesome because I know that my work is becoming accomplished and that we can help other people because we can take it on a national scale.
What distinguishes this organization is that it makes the business case for a lot of things that we've been talking about for centuries. This particular organization attempts to bridge the gap between the business community and the community at large.
As the next President of the United States, one of the things we know through the Black Women's Roundtable and working with Urban League, with partners, is that economic injustice, things like income inequality are critical. The high unemployment rate that still remains to be chronic, the impact of foreclosures. There's a lot of things that impact our community that are getting better, but they're not getting better as it is for the broader community. And we want to hear what these next candidates have to say about how they're going to continue to build on progress, but the progress has to continue in order to eradicate some of those economic injustice issues.
This is what I believe. I believe every parent should have choices. Every school should have high standards and high expectations. And the federal government should have nothing to do with setting them. But Washington should support reform and provide resources.
Political operatives are trying every trick in the book to prevent African Americans from voting.
They will be able to go to college because the incomes of their families will not be a determining factor.
I have no desire to get rid of safety nets for people who need them. I have a strong desire, however, to provide a ladder to get people out of dependency so that they become part of the fabric of America.
We can reduce racial disparities. We can reduce and redirect dollars that we're currently spending on incarceration, and we can give more of our people opportunities to turn their lives around.
We had a powerful session this morning with those who wish to be President of the United States. And I want to compliment all of the candidates who came because they really focused on important issues of racial disparities, the urban agenda, and we heard them understand that race matters, and by saying race matters, they said we still have work to overcome in this country.
Well, the National Urban League is a pillar in communities all throughout the country. I know growing up in Boston, the local Urban League affiliate was someplace where we knew we could go to receive support and services, whether it's job training or educational support. And so it's so important that they use this opportunity to bring together their many partners and supporters all throughout the country to train them and equip them and really ignite and re-energize them to go back into their communities to lift up and continue this important work.
The work we do in education, we're fighting for kids. This is a civil rights issue, and no one has been stronger and clearer and a better partner than the Urban League.
The young people who participate in the National Urban League and those who don't have technology as a tool at their disposal, and they can employ it in some particularly powerful ways, right? So even being at this conference for 2 days and being able to see the types of conversations that have been had both in real time but also in social media have already started to permeate some of the ideas and commitments that people have come up with while being at this conference.
Individuals themselves are very empowered to get out, to protest, to express their concerns, to express their views on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and so many other ways, and to make sure that their voices count. But that does not also mean that we can't be a part of organizations like the Urban League, the NAACP, 100 Black Men, Better Family Life in St. Louis, and the Black Lives Matter Coalition and other grassroots organizations that have been created. So we definitely have to work as individuals and as a collective to be a part of the change that we want to see.